Hi guys, hi everybody. What's up? Rakuti Nitin Shah is there. Surinder Singh is back on this channel. Wow, wow, nice. And Josh is also here. Very good. Neat Avenger. First of all, Neat Avenger, did you find your notes or not? Did you find your notes or not? Tell me that. Hi Astha Mishra. Neat Avenger को notes मिले कि नहीं मिले? I don't know if you got it, man. I really hope you do because I have uploaded them. You should be having them. Of course, you should be. Okay, it is your right. Those are your right. Shiva Shankaram is also here, and yeah, hi everybody. Okay, so guys, today we are going to do a small topic called basic mathematics, and in basic mathematics also, I don't think we'll be able to do a lot. What we will focus all our attention on is differentiation, because in class 11th, if you are there right now, it's the major chunk of it. I will do one more video for integration. So today is going to be differentiation by basic mathematics. Okay, so if you are in class 11th, differentiation is very tricky, and it's hard to understand. Integration is trickier. It's super trickier. I understand. No, how many of you hate integration? Like, tell me. Oh, Swapnil, that is good. That actually is good. You can go for you have a lot of good options in that case, and I would say congratulations, Swapnil. Congratulations. अभी वो ऐसे रैंक नहीं देखने का बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे कॉलेजेस में एडमिशन मिलेगा यार तुमको. So टेंशन मत लो. Hi Logas please. Okay, chalo guys. So since you are here, let's start the class. So first of all, if you're here for the first time, guys, I am your faculty master teacher Aditya Pandya. Okay, we are here at Momentum with Vedantu, and today we will do basic mathematics. Okay, all right. Astha is here, Laiba is here. Very good, very good. Okay, Rakoti Nitin Shai is in class 10th. Very good, chalo. So let's start. So, okay, so today's class I won't need to write a lot, but let's see if I have to. Okay, first of all, guys, let's talk about slope. What exactly is slope? So let's say I draw a graph, guys. Let's say I draw a graph. I draw a graph between displacement and time of a body. Okay, I draw a graph between displacement and time of a body. Now in this case, if I want to know the speed of this body, then what will I need to do? I will need to do calculate the slope of this graph. Okay, so let's say Shobik, okay, chalo, I will visit that channel. Okay, I will visit that channel. So let's say, guys, I want to know the velocity between A and B. So how will I calculate velocity between A and B? First I will draw a line joining the points A and B like this. Okay, and let's say the change in the x direction. Let's say the change in the x direction is this, which in this case, by the way, will be equal to change in time. And change on the y-axis is delta y, which in this case will be displacement. So the slope of this line, guys, the slope of this line is called the ratio of delta y and delta x. The slope of this line is called the ratio of delta y and delta x, and that will be the velocity in this case. Okay, that will be the velocity in this case, because this will be displacement and this will be time. So the ratio will be, the slope of this line will be the velocity of this body. The slope of the line will be the velocity of this body. I hope everybody is following so far. Okay, so this is basically what we mean about by slope of a line. Slope is basically change in the y value divided by change in the x value. Change in the y value divided by change in the x value. Okay, that is slope of this straight line. That is slope of this straight line. I hope everybody understood. Meet Avenger, this is basic mathematics. If you haven't taken maths in class 11th and 12th, this is extremely necessary for you, because you this is going to come everywhere in physics. So you should know this. Okay, guys. So this is slope, which is dy by dx. This is slope, which is delta y by delta x. Change in y divided by change in x. Okay, and if you know this angle theta, then change in y by change in x can also be written as tan theta. If you know the value, if you know this angle theta, you can also write this as tan theta. Okay, that is what we call slope of this line. This is the slope of the line joining the 2 points A and B. That is change in y upon change in x divided by change in y divided by change in x, and that is also tan theta. Okay, you need to remember this. Now, imagine. Okay, very simple thing. Imagine I start taking these 2 points A and B closer to each other. Okay, I start taking these 2 points closer and closer to each other. So if I do that, guys, how will situation look? Okay, so I take them closer, then I take them more closer, okay, and then I take them more close. If I take them very close to each other, guys, if I take them very close to each other, then this line joining A and B will actually become what? It will actually become a tangent. The line joining A and B will become what? A tangent. Okay, and if it becomes a tangent, this is how it will look like. Okay, let's say I want to know what the slope of this tangent is. So what I will do is I will assume 2 points very close to this tangent. Okay, and I will try to mark those 2 points. Okay, 2 points very close to the tangent. Okay, it's just like this, but this time the points are very close to each other. And in this case, the difference on the x direction, these two changes are going to be very small, and the difference in the x and the y direction, instead of calling them delta y and delta x, now I'm going to call them dy and dx. Okay, now instead of calling them delta y and delta x, I'm going to call them dy and dx. Okay, and in this case, the slope of this tangent is going to be nothing but dy by dx. It is going to be nothing but dy by dx. Okay, also, by the way, that will be also, if this angle is theta, it will also be tan theta. Okay, so you have to remember what exactly is dy by dx. Okay, matlab, understand the meaning. Dy means small change in y, dx means small change in x. And if you take the ratio, that ratio is basically slope of the tangent of a graph between y and x. Slope of the tangent of graph between y and x. Okay, I hope everybody understood. You want the notes to this? Godavarti, you want the notes to this lesson? I will share the notes for this lesson. Okay, now understand the meaning, guys, because if you understand the meaning, then you will know what is happening. Otherwise you won't even understand ki kya hai, what is this d, what is this dy, what is this dx, what. Okay, so understand the meaning. D is something which is called an operator. D is something which is called an operator. Okay, d is very similar to this under root sign. Okay, under root, if everybody sees under root means it's an operator. Okay, what is under root do? Under root takes the gives us the square root of any number. So if you write any number here, let's say you write a number 4 here. If you write a number 4 here, what comes out? 2 comes out. So this operator operated on that number 4 and gave you a value 2. Okay, similarly, this D, this entire thing is also an operator. And if you put anything inside, let's say you put X inside, then it will give you out small change in X. Okay, if instead of if you put X here, it will give you small change in X. If you put Y in here, it will give you small change in Y. D is an operator. I hope everybody understood. Okay, Kaushik, I will share the radiation class notes. Don't worry, in some time. Okay, now if x is a variable, then you have to understand the meaning of dx. Dx means a small change in the value of x. Dx means a small change in the value of x. And dx square means what? Dx square means small change in the value of x square. Small change in the value of x square. Also at the same time, understand the difference. Dx the whole square is basically small change in the value of x, in value of x the whole square. Okay, you have to understand the difference between dx square and dx square. Okay, mathematics works like this. It's all very, very beautiful once you start getting the hang of it. Okay, but d is basically an operator. If you put anything in here, it will give you the small change in the value of that variable. Okay, if you put x in there, it will give you small change in the value of x. If you put x square, it will give you small change in the value of x square. Okay, that is how it works. That is exactly how it works. Okay, now, what are the rules with this d differential operators that you can use? Okay, so now let's say if you have y divided, let's say you have an equation y divided by root 2 is equal to x, then what are you allowed to do and what are you not allowed to do? If you have an equation y divided by root 2 is equal to x, then you are allowed to do this. What are you allowed to do? You are allowed to multiply root 2. Okay, you can take the entire form root 2 and cross multiply it on the other direction. You can do that. You can do that. But you are not allowed to do this. If you have y divided by root 2 is equal to x, you are not just allowed to cross multiply this under. Okay, you have to, whenever you take this under root, you have to take the 2 with it. Okay, whenever you are cross multiplying, you have to take this 2 with the under root. You can't just leave 2 behind and just cross multiply the under. Okay, I hope everybody understood. It's obvious, but yeah, you should know this. Okay, similarly, if dy by dx is equal to 2, if dy by dx is equal to 2, you are allowed to do this. What? You are allowed to cross multiply this dx. You are allowed to cross multiply this dx. Okay, on its own, this dx is basically small change in x, and you can cross multiply that. Very good, very good. But what you are not allowed to do is this. Okay, you cannot just keep the operator in one side and जो उसका जो भी उसका जो क्या बोलते हैं, its argument you cannot take on the other side. Okay, d and x move together, my friends. D and x move together. You cannot just keep their d and the LHS side and cross multiply x. Okay, so I hope everybody understood so far. I hope everybody understood. It's obvious, but also students get confused. So that's why I'm telling you. Okay, I have students who have asked me before that, sir, if dy by dx is equal to 2, how can you cross multiply? You can't do this, sir. Students have told me that, sir, you are not allowed to do this. That's not true, guys. That is not true. You are allowed to do this. Okay, you are allowed to do this. Okay, you can cross multiply like this. Don't worry. Now, okay, next thing, there are some results in mathematics that we have calculated. Okay, and these results, if you have taken mathematics, you will study these results in the chapter derivatives. Okay, but in physics, we will not derive those relations. I will just tell you the relations, and you just have to understand the meaning of it and probably use it. Okay, you just here, you are just going to remember the results and understand the results and use them. The derivation of those results you will do in mathematics. Okay, so what are the results? Some important results. If y is equal to x square, guys, if y is equal to x square, then dy by dx is equal to 2x. So first first let's try to understand what this means. Dy by dx is equal to 2x. What does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, so let's just cross multiply. Let's just cross multiply. Okay, so understand the meaning of this. Let's first cross multiply. If I cross multiply, I get the result dy is equal to 2x dx. Okay, what this means is you have to understand the meaning of this, guys. What this means is that if x changes by a small value dx, if you look at this equation, okay, if you look at this equation, in this equation, if x changes by a small value of dx, okay, so in that case this will become x plus dx the whole square. Then in that case, y will also change by a small value dy. In that case, y will also change by a small value dy. I can write x plus dx the whole square is equal to y plus dy. Now, what is the next equation? The relation between the small changes. The relation between the small changes is given by this equation. The relation between the small changes is given by this relation. Okay, so if x is changed by a small value dx, y will also change. But how do we find how much does y change? If I change x by, let's say, if I changed x from 2 to 2.000003, I changed y x from 2 to 2.000003. Then y will change from what? Y initially would have been 4 and finally it would become something else. I want to know how much will it change? How much will it change? Okay, it will go from 4 to 4 plus dy. I want to know how much will this dy be. So you can easily calculate the value of this dy using this expression. You can write this as 2 into x into dx. Okay, 2 into x into dx, which just gives you dy is equal to 4 into 0.00003, 0.0012. Okay, so this y will probably become 4.0012. Okay, y will go from 4 to 4.0012. If x changes by a small amount, y will also change by a small amount, but exactly how much is given by this relation? Exactly how much is given by this relation? Okay, but it's neater to write it like this. But it's neater to write it like this. We write it like this. Dy by dx is equal to 2x. Okay, so this is small change in value of x divided by small change in value of, sorry, small change in value of y divided by small change in value of x is basically equal to 2x. It's basically equal to 2x. I hope you guys understood. Hi Shravani. Hi NEET Avenger. Science World is also here. Shahla is here. Hi. Hi Manjula. Okay. So, okay, so that is why we will always write it like this. Now, there are some simple formulae that you should remember here, okay, which you will derive in mathematics, but right now you are just going to remember them. You will derive them in mathematics, right now you just remember them and understand them. Okay, if y is equal to x raised to the power n, where n is any number, then dy by dx will be equal to nx raised to the power n minus 1. Okay. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? If, oops, here we go. If y is equal to x cube, guys, if y is equal to x cube and I want to know dy by dx, so dy by dx will be 3x raised to the power 3 minus 1. Now what will be 3 minus 1, guys? What will be 3 minus 1? 3 minus 1 will be equal to 2. So this will just become 3x squared. Similarly, if y is equal to 1 by x and I want to know dy by dx, guys, then how will I calculate dy by dx? You have to understand here once again that if y is equal to 1 by x, then I can just write it as y is equal to x raised to the power minus 1. Then in that case, dy by dx can be written as minus 1 x raised to the power minus 1, which just becomes minus 1 x raised to the power minus 2, which can simply be written as minus 1 by x squared. Okay, so this is how you derive something called y is equal to 1 by x. Now, I have taken these two examples because these two are the most important examples. These are what comes in your day-to-day physics questions. Okay, so please, if there are some questions here which are very, very important, you should know how to solve them. Similarly, there are other formulas that you should remember. If y is equal to cos x, then the differentiation of that is minus sin x. If y is equal to sin x, its differentiation is cos x. If y is equal to ln x, I don't know if you guys know what ln x means. Ln x is the natural log. Okay, ln x is the natural log base ex. You will study it later. Then its differentiation is 1 by x. You should remember these formulas. Also at the same time, if I replace x with ax plus b, okay, if I replace x with ax plus b, where a and b are just some numbers, a comma b are some numbers, okay, then the differentiation changes a little bit. Differentiation of cos ax plus b is minus a sin ax plus b. Differentiation of sin ax plus b is just a cos ax plus b, and ln ax plus b is a by ax plus b. You just have to multiply it by a and a. You just have to multiply it by a and a. Okay, what do I mean exactly? What do I mean? If I have y is equal to cos x and dy by dx is equal to sin x, then if I want to differentiate some other function, let's say y is equal to cos 2x. So in that case, I have to first write it as cos 2x plus 0. Okay, which if I try to differentiate, it will be minus 2 sine 2x plus 0, which just becomes minus 2 sine 2x. Minus 2 sine 2x. Okay, NEET Avenger wants some tips. Okay, NEET Avenger, I will give you some tips. Do not worry, do not worry. Okay, alright. Next is the sum rule. Okay, what exactly is the sum rule, guys? You have to remember these rules for differentiating complicated functions. Okay, so for example, if we are given two functions u and v and I want to differentiate the sum of them, if y is equal to u plus v, then dy by dx will be du by dx plus dv by dx. What that means is very simple. Let's take an example. If y is equal to x raised to the power 5 plus sine x, then dy by dx will be differentiation of x raised to the power 5 plus differentiation of sin x. Now, what will be differentiation of x raised to the power 5? That will be 5x raised to the power 5 minus 1. And differentiation of sin x will just be cos x. So, this will just become 5x raised to the power 4 plus cos x. 5x raised to the power 4 plus cos x. Very simple, nothing to do here. Okay, next is the product rule. Okay, guys, product rule. Once again, you should know how to use this product rule. You should know how to use this product rule. Okay, if I have been given product of two different functions, okay, imagine this u and v are two different functions, and these are there's a product of them, and I have to differentiate both of them, then you have to use this rule. Okay, dy by dx will be u dv by dx plus v du by dx. You keep the first one constant, differentiate the second one, plus you keep the second one constant, differentiate the first one. Okay. Uh, Next is, so how do we use this? Let's say I have to differentiate something called y is equal to x square sine x. Okay, so, to, to, how do I differentiate this? So you have to understand here, this is multiplication of two different functions, x square and sine x. Okay, so how do I differentiate this, guys? How do I differentiate this? Nothing. I can write dy by dx as x square into differentiation of sine x plus sine x into differentiation of cos x plus sine x into differentiation of x square. Okay, I know differentiation of sine x is just cos x and differentiation of x square is just 2x. So using that, I get this formula. If I simplify it a little bit, this will just become x square cos x plus 2x sin x. So that's it, guys. You just need to know this, and you should know the you should know the meaning of this. Here you have to understand this dy by dx means what? This means small change in y divided by small change in x. If you just know this much, a lot of things will start making sense. A lot of things will start making sense. Okay, now that's it for today's lecture, guys. I don't have to teach anything more today. Let me just look at the doubts that you guys are asking for a minute. Let me just look at the doubt that you guys are asking for a minute. So somebody is asking, Varun Shastri is saying this is complex for me. Varun Shastri, I think you are in class 10, so of course this is complex for you. Next year it will make sense. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, this will definitely start making sense. Okay, Shravani Reddy is asking to share notes of significant figure. Shravani Reddy, definitely I will share the notes of significant figure. Okay, pakka, pakka. Surinder Singh, you are most welcome. You are most welcome. Okay, and next is what? Hina Hanan is saying hi, hi, hi. Okay, Rakshit B is asking, sir, will JEE syllabus for 2021 change? Rakshit, ये तो यार ये तो बस NTA को ही पता है. ठीक है, if I'm talking about probabilities, there is a chance it might change, but I don't know. Sanjeev Kumar Bansal is saying, sir, I'm in class 8th. Sanjeev, I hope you stay, you come back here when you're in class 11th. Okay. All right. All right. Chalo. So that is, oh, okay. Phone गिर गया. So that is it for today, guys. That is it for today. Okay. I will stop here. I will stop here, and we will continue in the next class. Okay. Tomorrow there is just a special class. I'm going to talk about a special scientist. Okay, he's an Indian scientist and he has worked with Einstein. He is called S.N. Bose. If you want to learn more about him, please come back here. Okay, it's just a fun small video. We're just going to talk about what he did and why he important. Okay, so that's it. Have a nice day, everybody. I will stop this class now.